Hello, hello. It's that time again. I have a project that I've been looking forward to doing for about a week now. I'm going to be teaching a private class for another group at the end of this week, and that's on how to properly pour resin. And so I needed to get some projects prepped and ready so that I can teach that. So today, I'm so excited to do this because this is going to be so pretty. First of all, I should say I'm Deborah Bucher with Deborah Bucher Designs, and I come live every single Tuesday and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And so I hope that if you have enjoyed me before, that you enjoy today and that you'll be coming back again. So I have this tray that I got at the Goodwill, and I love these silver trays, and I always look for any of the silver, whether it's the trays or if it's the like tea or coffee urns. I mean, any of the silver pieces I'm always looking for. And so we're going to decoupage this today. Hi, Kimberly. We're going to decoupage this today with my decoupage tissue, and I put the link for this in the description. I think it's called Floral on black with birds and butterflies, I think. I did put it in the description, so whatever it says in the description. And so it has butterflies on it, and it has a really pretty, hi Kathy, a really pretty, oh, there's the bird. It's a really beautiful design. So that's what we're going to put on this tray. We're going to decoupage that on. And then in that class that I'm going to be teaching at the end of the week, I will be pouring the food safe resin into it. And there's preparation that you need to make. And if you're interested in learning how to do these trays, whether it's the silver trays or the wood trays. I've done a lot of different trays. Hi, Karen. If you're interested in learning how to do that, I do have a class. It's an online class. It's on my webpage. And the link is up at the top, and the class says it was December 7th originally, and I did teach that class, but you can still sign up and take the class, and you get access to it for 3 months. And it tells you everything that you ever needed to know about using the resins, what kind of resins, for different kinds of different projects. So if you are interested in that, I would really highly encourage you to sign up for that class and take it. It's one of my most favorite things. Hi, Mickey. So let me bring you guys up on my Facebook here real quick, and then we'll get started. And my camera is still backwards. I just cannot get it to go right. I need to check back in with my business group, and I had it down pat for a couple of weeks, and now I can't do it anymore. Facebook and all of their changes, it's so annoying. Okay, let me turn down my volume. It turned cold here again this week. Hi, Mary. I had to go put my sweater on before we started live. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us. You're coming on fast, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to use Dixie Belle chalk paint, and I'm going to use it in cotton. I could also use it in fluff, but I just happen to have cotton out on my work table, so we're going to use cotton, and I'm just going to paint a coat. I've washed this really well ahead of time. I polished it because it was pretty tarnished, and then I washed it really well. And the only reason why I am painting on a coat of white is just so that when we put this paper down, this paper really pops. And so either the cotton or the fluff would have worked just fine. And I want to be careful about going around my edges here because I want this pretty silver to show on here. Hi, Linda. Hi, Becky. You guys are all popping on. I have to admit, I've been really excited about doing this. I had this paper laying out for another one of my trays, and then I was trying to plan my projects for this special class that I'm teaching, and I picked up this paper off of one of the other trays and laid it in the silver tray, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. That's what I've got to do. So, but I got to get some of my other trays done. I may do another tray again tomorrow, you guys. So what projects are you guys working on? And I should ask you, what projects would you like to see demonstrated? That's even more important. Are there things that you would like me to demonstrate that I haven't done for a while? So this is only going to take one coat. I don't want to get it on my sweater. I didn't even put an apron on today. Hi, Maria. Oh, Mary, I keep forgetting that you want me to do that. I need to just go pick up a light switch. You've mentioned that to me several times. I could do one. Maybe I could just take off the light switch that's in my craft room and do that. Okay, so I could have prepped this ahead of time, but I just wanted to show you the process and the reason that we want to do this. And anytime you're decoupaging, you're going to want to make sure that whatever you got underneath it is got a base coat. And I don't know, I can't lay this down. Okay, I was going to see if I could lay it down and show you the difference, but I've got too much wet paint on here Just take my word for it. You're going to want a coat of white underneath it, regardless of what you're doing. I'm so fired. Oh my goodness. Well, now that I thought, oh, I could just do the one that's here in my craft room and then I don't have to go get one to do it on. I'll get it done, Mary. Before we finish today, remind me to just pull that switch off, and I'll pull it off today and lay it here on my table, and then I'll remember to do it. Okay. We just need one coat. I mean, it's not like a perfect coat on here, but it's good enough for what we need it to do. And I'm going to put a little bit of water in here because this is a little bit on the thick side. And then we'll give it a quick dry. Okay, we're going to let that sit for just a minute. I want to show you guys real quick. I know I posted a picture, but I want to show you guys. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Susie. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kathy. Wowee. I just want to show you guys how cute this little basket turned out. I really am in love with it. I just think it turned out so sweet. And I love how the flower arrangement, it just looks very like natural and wild looking. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Amy. But I know I posted pictures all over the place, but I just wanted to show you guys. I just think it turned out gorgeous. This is a piece I'll be keeping. I sell a lot of what I make and I give away a lot of what I make. But this piece I'm keeping. And I think since I was sitting on my apron, I'll just go ahead and put it back on. Oh gosh, thanks for the hearts, you guys. Hi, Kathy. Thank you, you guys. I just, sometimes you just hit them out the ballpark. And that was just very cheap little berry baskets. So if you come across them at a farmer's market or even a craft store, just grab one up because they're really inexpensive. So we've got, let me put the camera back down. This is the paper that we're using today. And I really love this paper. And I've been dying to use it on something for a long time. So let me put this back down. I thought I was going to get this table cleared off today, but I just never got to it. Sometimes the day just gets away from me. Okay, so I want this bird. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle. In fact, I think it would look better if it was off to the side. And I like this flower. Oh, and if we could get the butterfly in there, that would be great too. So there's the butterfly and the bird. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my fingernail and I'm just going to make a mark going all the way around the edge on here. Now this tray is going to be pretty when we're done with it today, but boy, once that resin goes on, it takes it to a whole different place. It's like magic. Okay, then we'll take our scissors and I want to be as accurate as possible in cutting this out. And I'll look at your comments in just a second, you guys. I'm just taking my time. It's a little tricky in some places to see exactly where I have it marked. Some areas marked better than others. Okay, now let's see if it's going to fit on here the way it's supposed to. Okay, so we've got a couple of little white areas, and I don't want white showing through on here. So let me find my black paint. I'm going to use some silk anchor, and I'm just going to make a real, not a wide line, but just a line that's going to camouflage, because the white will show up. Does that make sense, you guys? Because, you know, I told you I needed white behind here. So does it make sense to you why I am going around with a thin line of black on here? I want to be sure that I'm making sense. Okay. Thanks, Susan. Oh, Kathy, that's so sweet. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Micheline. Sweet lady. Okay, so let me stir this up a little bit. This is the black silk paint. You could use whatever black you have on hand, whether I'm always using Dixie Belle products, and so black in the chalk paint is called Anchor, and in the silk paint it's called, no, I got that wrong. In the silk it's called Anchor, and in the black it's called, in the chalk it's called, now I don't know. I'll think of it. Okay, so I'm just going to go around here and just do, I don't have to do a very big line. It's like sorority sisters on here. I love it. You guys really are the best. Okay, so I'm doing this because as careful as I was in cutting it out, there was still like a little gap. And this will help camouflage that gap. Hey, Melissa. So if you guys like this tissue, I do have it in stock, and I did put the link up in the description for it. It's on my Etsy and it's on my website. It's in both places. Oh, you guys aren't late. You're just in time for the fun part. All I did was show everybody the pretty bunny basket and how to measure your paper for something like this. So if you don't cut your circle out exactly perfect, which on a big piece of paper like that, it is a little hard to get it perfect. This is just going to camouflage wherever it wasn't, because the white would make it show up. And we put the white on here so that the design would really pop. And this piece of paper would be really pretty on drawers, you know, like on a nightstand. I've got a couple of nightstands out on my garage. I need to just start getting some furniture done. It's actually cool enough I could actually paint out there. You guys are so sweet. I love that you all enjoy seeing each other and saying hello and greeting each other. I love that. Okay, so we'll close that back up, and I'm going to give it a quick little dry. Talk amongst yourselves. Micheline, you're the best. Thank you so much for doing that. I love that. Natalie, you're going to do a whole tree. That's pretty cool. Have you decided what color you're going to do? Oh, Melissa, that'll be fun. Yeah, I would like you to post pictures too. Okay. All right, see how much better that is? I don't see any white now around the edges, so that works out. Yeah, sipping paints are fun. Okay, so I wanted the bird up at the top, and I was glad I could get the butterfly in, and so we've got lots of pretty flowers, so this works out really pretty. And so I'm going to take some Dixie Belle Satin Top Coat. I literally go through this by the gallons. And I'm going to start down here. And pull that up. Actually, I think I'm going to start here. Okay. And so I just need to make sure I have you guys in camera. Okay, so now I'm just painting on Dixie Belle Satin Top Coat, and that's what I use for my Decoupage medium. It's going to dry clear. And I like to have what I call an anchor row. And so that's what I'm doing here, is I'm making a section that's about a 2-inch section. And that will be my anchor row. Then I'm going to lay the paper back down. And I'm going to take my saran wrap here. And I'm using the saran wrap so that the texture on my fingertips doesn't catch or tear my paper. And I'm just getting this anchor row down nice and smooth. And the reason why I call it an anchor row is when this gets put on even and straight, then the rest of it's going to go on even and straight. Okay, and then we can pull this part back up. And then we want to offload, not under your fold, just away from it, and you just want to do this a section at a time. Just take your time, don't rush it. Make sure you don't miss any spots. I'm kind of like pulling my paper back just a wee bit because I've offloaded here, and then I'm working up to that anchor line. And this is the way I decoupage everything. A section at a time. And I rarely, rarely, rarely have any wrinkles in it. It is super rare. Gives you a lot of control. And then I like to start in the center of my piece. And work my way out. And this tissue paper is 18-pound tissue paper, so it's a really nice weight to work with. And I do have it in stock. I need to get a new order put in because I'm running out a lot of designs. And I'm just using a piece of saran wrap that I've used for multiple projects. And, you know, tissue paper has elasticity to it. When it gets wet, it stretches. But when it dries, it flattens back out again. And if you're working on a project and you end up with some wrinkles on it, once it's good and dry, you can always go back with some parchment paper. Make sure it's parchment paper. You can go back over and iron it with a hot iron set on cotton with no water, and iron your piece back out. So I'm pulling it back just a wee bit, just so I can get up under that line. Start in the center. I think the colorfulness of this paper with the black background and the silver in the tray, I think is just a really pretty combination. I've had this paper, this tissue paper folded, laying in this tray for a week. And every time I walk by it, I go, oh, I can hardly wait to do that piece. Yeah, Melissa, do post your pictures for us. Post it on your page, but post it over here too, since we all know you're going to do that. Yes, Kimberly, this is one of my decoupage designs. And I do have it in stock. And so again, I offloaded up here, and then I'm working my way down to where the fold is. And I kind of lift that fold a little bit just to be sure I'm getting enough medium underneath there. I don't want a blob. And you literally just take your time. Turn the TV on, put some music on, and just enjoy what you're doing. I had my granddaughter over the weekend, and she needed a bag for her Valentine party this week. So she stenciled a really cute design on one of my canvas bags. Thank you, Becky. Yeah, isn't that looking pretty? And then wait till you guys see it with the resin in there. And if you came on late, I was telling everybody I do have a resin tray class that I taught in December, and it's still up on my website. And you can purchase the class. It's like the best $20 you'll ever spend. And there's a video that I did live. I had like 25 people in that class. And the video will stay up for 3 months so that you can go back and watch it multiple times. And it has people's projects that they did in it and questions that they had and answers. So it's a really good resource, and it's still available. So take advantage of it while I still have it up there. And I should also mention that I'm getting ready to teach another chair decoupage class, and that's up there. So if you haven't done a decoupage chair, I highly encourage you, and it does take time to find just the right chair. A good place to look for them are on Marketplace. Melissa took my class the last time. She did a beautiful chair. but they're fun to do, and they're much easier than you would assume that they are. Hi, Angela. It's good to see so many of you on here. People that haven't been on in a while. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I got just a wee bit of the satin top coat up here on the silver, and I just want to wipe it back because we want that silver to stay pretty silver. I did wash this. It was very tarnished. I did wash it really well. And then I polished it with silver polish. And I think we're going to just finish it off with this last go around here. Who would have thought you could pretty up a silver plate? You know what? It doesn't, I know it might seem intimidating, but it's really quite easy. There's just rules. Mary just did a tray last week. She took the class and then she just did a tray last week. Now, I have a few wrinkles in here, more than I usually do, but I'm going to let it dry, and if they are still noticeable, then I'll just take the iron and iron them out. And sometimes, ladies, you just have to embrace the wrinkles because it is decoupage. It is paper. Okay. I think that is going to be really, really pretty. I think it's so pretty with the silver on the tray. And I find these trays all the time at the thrift stores, at Goodwill and at the thrift stores. And when you put the resin on it, then it becomes food safe. So you can put charcuterie on it. You can put cakes and cookies on it, cupcakes on it. You can put a vase of flowers on it. I mean, you can do anything once it's protected with that resin. So I'm going to give it a quick little dry. Okay, that's dry enough. Yes, Billy Joe, it's a silver tray. And it's going to get painted with some resin, some food safe resin. It's a special kind of resin. But that's another class. Okay, so now I'm just going to put another coat on here. And don't freak out when you do this if you see wrinkles come up on your paper. Again, it's going to wrinkle, but when it dries, it flattens back out again. It's because there's elasticity in your paper. So it expands and shrinks. And this coat is just a protective coat on it. I don't have any of the trays that I did before the holiday because I either gave them to family members as gifts or I sold them. So I don't have any left to show you guys. But I think I have a piece over here I can show you. I personally, my favorite are these silver trays. And you guys know that I had a lot of really pretty wood trays that I did before the Christmas holidays. I did a whole bunch of them. And I'll do some more because I really like them, and they sell really well. And this is Dixie Belle Satin Top Coat. That's my decoupage medium. It is what I use for all my decoupage. And it doesn't yellow, it doesn't crack, unlike Mod Podge, which will crack and yellow over time. Mod Podge does not age well, and I just always cringe when I hear people using it. And so many people use it. Okay, so that's done. Jennifer, I was using Dixie Belle Satin Top Coat. That's what I always, 100% of the time, that's what I decoupage with. And that's what I top coat with when I'm finished. Because this is what you use on furniture when you're painting furniture as a protective coat after you've put your color down. And this is what's going to protect it. It seals it and protects it. And it will never crack or yellow. And I know my camera's backwards. Honest to goodness, I can't get it straight. I belong to a group, and they've told me several times how to get it right because Facebook changed everything, and I can't get it right. I just can't. Okay, so in the camera there, well, ketchup would work because you've got acid in your ketchup. So yeah, that would work too, but I love silver, and I have a lot of silver. And so I have the silver polish on hand, and it just is easy, cleans up really fast, isn't messy. So this was pretty tarnished when I started on it. And I wish I had some of the silver ones to show you guys, but like I said, they all sold. Okay, so, you know, I shop in my garage all the time, and I have this pretty heart, this wooden heart, and I paid $2.49 for it. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Like, it's got cut marks on this side, but this side's in really nice shape. And this isn't what I'm putting on it, but it just happened to have been laying on it, and I thought, oh, I should put a transfer on there. So I'm going to go through my transfers and find something pretty and put on this wooden heart. And then I will put the resin on this too. And there's a special trick that I teach in my class on how you get a nice edge all around your pieces. So, and that's in that class that's up on my website, and it's $20. And don't be confused by the dates that are on there. It's live right now. I haven't taken it down. I taught it in December and told everybody I would leave it up for 3 months, but I'm just going to leave it up for a while longer. I just got some dust in there. Yeah, isn't, you know, and I just got it at Goodwill for $2.49. And it's a pretty heart. And it will make a beautiful piece. So when I go to the Goodwill or any of the thrift stores, I have certain, I've shared this with you guys many times, but I always look for the silver, and it's getting harder to find because Goodwill has an online page, and they are learning to take silver items and put it up on their online page, and they charge more for it. So it is getting harder to find, but the thrift stores don't do that. So, and Salvation Army doesn't do that. So I always look for silver items. And right now I have maybe 5 or 6 teapots. I don't know if you can see this teapot up here. It needs a good polishing. That's a really pretty teapot. I'm always looking for the teapots, and they're getting harder and harder to find. And then over, there's a birdhouse, a wooden birdhouse, and that's on a silver candlestick up there. And then in my family room, I have a shelf that goes over. It's a big, beautiful live wood shelf that goes across the room. And I have a lot of silver pieces up there. So you can never have too much silver. That's my point. And just think, when this is all done, you guys, you can serve drinks with this tray. You can put food on it, charcuterie. You can hang it up on the wall when you aren't using it. I mean, it's just really a pretty piece. And I took the tag off, but I don't think I paid more than $5 for this either. Wasn't expensive. So, Kimberly, it just depends. I'm lucky enough that my daughter has a Airbnb cabin up in the White Mountains, and there are some really fantastic thrift stores. I mean, they're like real thrift stores up there. And so anytime we go up there, I always go thrifting, and I always find really great stuff up there. Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, it is a nice size. And I have a bunch more silver, but I just thought this is a perfect size for a tray, and I needed to get some more trays made for this class that's coming up this Thursday. So I'm going to be doing another tray project for you guys tomorrow. I don't know yet what one I'm going to be doing, but I know I'm going to be doing one because I need to get an assortment of wood trays and silver trays and all the trays. So you guys, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it so much. If you have any questions, just put them in here. I always go back and answer questions and comments. And I will be back on here tomorrow with another tray project. It won't be another silver tray. It'll be some other tray. So join me tomorrow at the same time, same place, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So whatever time you found me today is the time I'll be back here tomorrow. So you guys, thanks so much. Have a great evening. Bye.